Take two. Take two. Welcome back to part two of the Blue. Hey, man. I'm so glad to see you all, man. Serious, man. On the real, dog. On the real. I was having a rough morning, man. Seeing all you guys out there watching me. For real, dog. For real, man. Anyway, a couple months ago, we talked about this little flea market find. This is a late run Harmony 803, 804. You know what I'm saying? 80s, 90s kind of thing. Kind of fucked up, man. Bad condition. But, you know what I mean? It was intact, had all the important parts. So I was excited about it, made an episode about it, played it for a long time. You know what I mean? It was definitely a pride to have in my collection. So, as I was telling you last week, I had an incredible run of luck some time back. Friday morning, first I found a garbage can guitar. It was the same finish as this. Then I went to flea market and I saw a guy had all kinds of these kind of like half parts guitars from like the late 70s. You know what I'm saying? All half beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like real fucked up, pitted, messed up looking. You know, he wanted $20 on like the nicer ones like this. And he had some really, really messed up ones that, you know what I mean? He didn't really want that much money. You know, 10, $15 on. This is the only one I really had any interest in it. You know, I was like immediately drawn to it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that much money on me. You know what I'm saying? Just by the luck, I had a $20 bill. You know what I mean in my pocket. And I talked him down to 15, so I still had a fiver. You know what I'm saying? So I could stop and get myself something to eat afterwards. I'm a I'm a common man. Anyway, so, what the fuck I'm talking about, people? I'm gonna flip you around and show them to you. You know what I mean? There's some problems with it. It's all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely all fucked up. You know, it's missing this little bar from the bridge. We're gonna have to use like something else, substitute for that. No big deal. You know what I mean? We'll get it playing again. I did plug in right when I got it. Works. Pickup makes a little sound, man. Only got one pickup, old Tesco style. So here we go, man. You ready? You ready? Excited? I want to flip you around. Ready? Let's do it. This is it. One, two, three. So blue part two, man. Blue part two, man. Welcome to Blue Part 2. Peace be with you. Anyway, now I know that I've been saying for the past couple weeks some illegal teasers with this guitar. This is an 802. That's my bad, man. My bad because I did some faulty, quick ass research and I used only one source, which was not correct. And I'll get to that a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know how to talk about that right now. This is an 801. 801 because I got one pickup. So you know, man, I don't want you to fall behind, man. Now, my luck kind of ran out that day after I got this. You know, I know I got two guitars in one day. One was free out of the trash. But really, and I got home and I was like, what does this thing need? You know, I took a quick inventory of what was missing on it. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. Right? You know what I mean? Said, well, looks like, I got a pointer washer that's broken here. You know what I'm saying? I open up the old drawer and I shuffle around like, oh, there's one right here. An old Tiesco style pointer washer is exactly the same. I can just paint that silver if I need to. You know what I'm saying? Missing two knobs. You know what I'm saying? It's missing this top for the bridge. Yeah, other than that, it's got all these bushings. Those are usually always missing. And that's a good sign. You know what I'm saying? Tuners look to be in good repair and good condition. And everything else looks to be copacetic, man. Looks to be legitimate. It's missing a nut here, but we can easily replace that, man. We got a whole drawer full of nuts, man. We can make one if we can't find one. You know what I mean? So I looked on the internet, eBay, try to find a top for this. Now I know that these particular instruments, most of the harmonies, I think shortly in the 70s though, they didn't have this type, but they mostly had this cast, you know what I mean, big heavy stick going across that bridge. And that's what they had, man. So I went onto eBay and I found one for $15. Like, motherfucker, I just paid $15 for this guitar. like doubling the cost of this guitar, just this one little fucking measly part, man. So I did like a deep search, man, on the internet to see like what are they trading for. And I found a reverb listing, the whole harmony bridge only $5. Like, wow. But it had recently sold. I was like, what, the whole bridge is only selling for $5. You know what I'm saying? And it had this, and it had the bottom and the bass. The basses are a dime a dozen. You can get them from anywhere, but the tops are kind of hard to find. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, another one will come up. You know what I mean? I'm not paying $15 for this. And sure enough, somebody bought that, snapped it right up. That's been like 3-4 months ago, and not one has come up. And now, like, the cheapest one is like $40. That's like $6 shipping on the internet for a whole bridge, man. You know what I mean? You can't just get the top. I should have just got that $15 top. Stupid me, man. But like I say, man, in the mid 70s, they did shortly use, and I think in the early 2000s, a different type of bridge. I actually bought, I've showed this to you guys a bunch of times, this for a different Tiesco guitar, and I never used it because I didn't have to. You can see this. This is a stamp clamshell, exactly the same. It's actually the same. It's nice, man. Nice condition, man. And it comes with, for $15, it comes with the whole shebang, man. The tailpiece is where you strap in the strings, and it comes with the whole bridge assembly. If I can get it out the package, man. Come out, burst. See this top, man? This is, I remember talking about it in another video. Stomp, not cost. It's like stamped. It's real cheapy. And the other one's like a real thick piece of metal. Now, they did use these on some guitars in the 70s. You know what I mean? And they started using these in the 2000s again, even cheaper. And it fits right in there like a piece of, you know what I mean? Meat should fit into a sandwich, you know what I'm saying? It's like a perfect fit. And I mean, it's not too glaring. It's like, you know what I mean? But that's been modded, man. You know, so after we clean this guy up a little bit more, I'll be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna be able to tell, man. Television. So we're gonna use this for now. You see this part though, man. Comparing it to the one that's on there, it's like identical, man. You see that? It's identical. Identical in every way, shape, and form. So, whatever, man. You know, you win some, you lose some. You snooze, you lose. You know what I mean? You ended up using a part you had in the drawer. You didn't have to pay anything additional. You know what I'm saying? We probably paid $15 for this. You know what I mean? 2 or 3 years ago, we never used it. Oh, it evens out in the wash, people. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about these knobs, man. You know what I'm saying? What happened here, man? Now, this knob right here, man, Strat knobs, right? So what kind of knobs are on here? Yeah, you know, I mean, looking on the internet real quick, it's sort of like Strat knobs, man. It's like white Strat knobs, but I don't see any of them have these little pointers, man. We got this mystery scoop. So let's go over the learning annex, man. Get our learn on to see what kind of knobs belong on this particular instrument, man. I don't want to lead you wrong. I don't want to steer you clear of all kinds of bullshit. We're to get factual. You know what I mean? We're to show you some pictures, man. We're to be that way, man. You know, we're not going to be ignorant, man. You don't want to be ignorant. Ain't nobody talking ignorant around here. So let's get our learn on, and I'll see you in a minute. So here we are, back in the reading room. Or you can call it learning lab. If you don't know how to read, you should really get that checked out. You know what I'm saying? Reading is fundamental. Anyway, we got a lot of pictures, so pull up a chair. This is a reverb ad that I pulled up when I first purchased this guitar at the flea market. And I've done these guitars before. You know what I mean? So I thought I knew what I was talking about. You know what I mean? And this guy who had this reverb ad up, he's a pretty knowledgeable guy. He's got all kinds of guitars on reverb all over the place. And I think I've used him as a reference, photo reference before, you know what I'm saying, when I've sort of researched components for different guitars that I'm working on. Now, you can see, like I was saying, it's got that cast saddle. It doesn't have a stamp saddle. It's got the little pointer knobs, and it's got these black sort of Fender-looking amp knobs. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Fender amp knobs, huh? Now, I'm not an expert on everything, you know what I mean? I sometimes just don't know what I'm talking about. And this is the case. I started just saying 802 because I seen this damn, name site here. And he's also saying it was professionally refinished, too. You know what I'm saying? I called bullshit on that early on because he basically was saying that it was rare. You don't see the guitar in Blueburst. You know what I'm saying? And the Harmony logo was scratched off. Well, the Harmony logo was scratched off. You know what I mean? Because the guy's embarrassed to be playing Harmony. And it's not like it's a fucking Fender or Gibson. Let's face it. You know what I'm saying? So back when I did that 803, 804, there's actually a website and a guy, he specializes in this 800 series of harmonies, you know, and all these little imports from the 70s and 80s and early 90s, early 2000s. Actually, this particular line of, you know, the 800 series lasted a very long time. So, you know, I'd communicate with this guy back in that time period, you know, because I had questions. Mine had a couple 803 traits, a couple 804 traits. Hey, can you help me out? And he very happily responded to me, yeah, you really know what you're talking about, man. This is really picky on these details, bro. I was like, I can't really help you, you know what I mean? My guess is as good as yours. Like, thanks a lot, expert. You know what I'm saying? So I just said it was an 803, 804, you know, because it didn't really help me. So in this case, I sort of went back to his website just to check, you know what I mean, to see, you know what I mean, the deal was the deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I had another pointer knob in the drawer, and we'll get to that. About the spray paint, I didn't want to, you know what I mean, screw everything up. And I saw that all of his 802s on his website had 2 pickups. And I was like, man, it's not an 802 then. So this is obviously 801. So I looked up 801 on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And all the Blueburst 801s have these white Strat knobs. It's very rare, the Blueburst, you know what I mean, 801 and 802, for that matter. There's not many examples out there. And there's at least 2 or 3 different sellers represented here, and they all have, you know what I mean, these white Strat knobs. And none of them seem to have any pointers. And they have this Harmony headstock just like ours, and everything looks just like ours on all the examples out there. You know what I mean, with the exception of no pointers on these white knobs. You know what I'm saying? So I look back at this thing again. I was like, well, maybe this is an early example. You know what I mean? So I went through all these pictures here, and you see that it's got this early Strat. You know what I'm saying? Headstock right there, man. Did you see that, man? So, you know what I mean? This is probably an early example of this guitar when they were using these knobs, and they probably started using the white knobs. You know what I'm saying? On the subsequent runs when they had this like Harmony horsehead headstock, as I call it, man. I wrote to the guy who had that Harmony website. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, I see that, you know, white knobs or black knobs. Or what's the deal with this 801? He never even wrote me back, man. He's like, this guy's fucking crazy, man. He just wants too much details, and I don't have those details, man. So go fuck yourself. So I can't really tell you. You know what I'm saying? So my guess is ours might have had black knobs because it's got those pointers, but it might have had white knobs because it's got the horsehead headstock. Fuck knows, man. Most of the 801s that are Bluebursts that are out there that are pictured all have the white Strat knob. So we're going to take off those pointers, those remaining pointers, man. And we're going to put on some white Strat knobs, man. We'll put them in the parts drawer and we'll use them on a rainy day. I'm going to get back of the slab at you. I'm going to show you a couple examples of different knobs that we had. You know what I mean? Pointers and such, man. Because I want you all to be educated. See what Bobby G, man. See Wall's collection, man. Let's go back on the slab, man. And let's get back into this project. Class dismissed. All right, people. So, don't you feel learned now? Now you got your learn on? Where's the bond you got your learn on? So, essentially, we could always do the, the black knob thing. Black silver knob easily, you know what I mean? We spray paint this guy silver, right? You know what I'm saying? Slap them on there. I got a whole bunch of knobs in here that would definitely replicate it. These are Fender knobs for amplifier. You know what I'm saying? Oh, get out the bag, motherfucker. And they would look perfect, you know what I'm saying? But they're a little bit too, a little too sheeny shiny, you know what I'm saying? That's a real action, man. But they would look the part, though, you know what I'm saying? We'd have to dirt them up a little bit. Got these knobs here. I think these came off of that, Cameo amp, whatever that was called, Marlboro amp. Man, this is almost a perfect to that other picture, man. But that one particular guitar that has those black knobs has a straight Fender headstock, also the The bar string retainer, meaning it's an earlier example, man. So I'm pretty sure that once they started doing that Harmony headstock, they were using the straight old Strat knobs, man. And that's what we're talking about. These jaws right there, man. And this is, I think, a transitional example. One of the early ones that had the white knobs. They still had the pointers because after a couple years in production, these pointers were not on here anymore. So let's just dig out, you know what I mean, a nice set of used looking. You know, these look nice right here, man. These two right here. So I had to break up a pair, man. I had to kill a family, man. There's an extra tone here, man. Hey, man, I'm a tone all alone. Hey, man, that's your problem now, sucker. So here we go, man. We got a volume, we got a tone. Let's put them over here. We got some other stuff to do, man. Put this guy away in the drawer, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll actually gain a part, a $10 part, man. Yay! So what we're gonna do is we're going to the laboratory now. I did the tap test on this guy, and I'm getting, you know what I mean, every now and then, you know what I mean, you're going around up and down this knob. They're like, oh, I got it. You know what I mean? It taps out. You know what I mean? And I lost it. So these electronics are a little bit compromised. So we gotta, you know what I mean. First, we're to take this off or try to get this piece off here, and then we're to try to unscrew this, man. So I'll see you in the laboratory, man. We'll do that step by step in a hopefully painless manner, because I don't want this guitar to feel any pain, man. Don't feel pain, guitar. Only feel my love. I love you, guitar. We're to get you back working, Blue. Blue, this one's for you. Come with me to the laboratory. Come with me. See you there. Oh! Oh! Welcome back to the laboratory, people. Finally, we're ready to do some operations, man. So, first thing we want to do, man, is get this guy functional again. So, we got to get this electronics under wraps. What I want to do is I want to take these, you know what I'm saying, pointer washer remains off first, and then unscrew the electronics. I'm missing a screw here, man. Piece A wall. Sometimes it's a little tricky with these rusted screws, though, man. So I'll see you when we got these guys off. And we got these off. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? Oh. I got good news and I got bad news, hoss. The bad news is there's a couple of these screws, man. They're just seized in there, man. Just seized in there. The only real way to get these screws out would be to, you know what I mean, take the Dremel out and score them. You know what I'm saying? Carefully, not try not to damage the pickguard. Of course, the pickguard always get damaged, man. It always does, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that the truth? So the good news is, man, we're able to get these pots, you know what I mean, all free and clear. We got just enough screws off, you know what I mean, that we can get in there with the electro contact cleaner. His little beak, man, his little straw, man, get in there and clean the shit out of them potentiometers and see if that'll, you know, resolve our electronical problem. That way we don't have to go any further. We can just put those screws back in, clean things up, you know, sing our little song and get the fuck out of here. If not, we're gonna have to drill these out carefully, replace some electronics carefully, blah blah blah, carefully. Let's spray this guy up, man. Let's get some CRC in there. See if CRC will do the TRICK. PEACE. I got good news and good news only. Both pots work exceptionally. Nice, clear, strong signal. I mean, that, you know, tone knob's very, very defined, too. You know what I mean? It's working like a charm. Working like a charm. Just a little CRC. So let's, you know, close this guy back up. Treat all the, you know, hardware. We put it back on with a little bit of rust reformer WD-40. On some steel wool. You know what I'm saying? The screws that we can't get in there, let's sort of brush a little bit of that on there. You know what I'm saying? Brush a little bit of that on there. Let's look in the drawer for that missing screw, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll see when we're all sort of reassembled. Reassembler. You know her? You heard her? That's what I mean, Vern. Alright, so I'm screwing this guy back together. I'm making discoveries like I'm fucking Christopher Columbus over here. Now, this was the whole that we were missing that screw. And I kind of pulled it up and I looked to see it. Little thing in there, man. And I see very clearly. See that? That sort of missed the whole fucking program, man. Missed the program. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squirt a little hot glue gun in there and take another screw. You know what I mean? From the other side of the guard. You know what I mean? That's already been sort of treated with a little bit of WD-40. Just put in that hot glue and it's not going to go anywhere. Not going to go anywhere. Now, as for the missing screw, I did find a screw that pretty much matches the description exactly, almost. You know what I'm saying? Every way, shape, or form. But unfortunately, he's like a brand new shiny dime. So I'm gonna take some acrylic paints, man. Stick him up somewhere. Paint his head up all dark. We want him to have a dark head. We don't want him to have a light head. So let's do all that stuff, man. I'll show you when we're all totally screwed back up, man. I think I said that before, but I wanted to show you my progress in between times, man. So can you tell me which one it was? Can you tell me which one was it? Which of these screws is the new screw? Give me 5 more seconds. Good luck. Have you answered? Can you guess? Do you know it? It's this one right here. This one, man. Can you believe that? This phone has like ADD. We've already talked about this woke ass phone, man. Anyway, man, that's the one, man. Some people were saying it was this one. You know what I mean? That one we couldn't get out, remember? What are you talking about? You knew all along. No, you didn't, man. No, you didn't, man. You're wrong, man. Put it in there because you don't want, you know what I mean, anybody touching the paint. Put some acrylic sealer over it too, man. Let me show you the acrylic sealer. That's the acrylic sealer right there. Sometimes I just gotta put it on pause, man. And then wait for it to focus, man. Because my phone, you know what I'm saying, man. So what we're going to do now, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. You want to know? Yeah, you want to know. I'm going to take this little piece of steel whirl, a little bit of Vata, a little bit of WD-40 left here, put maybe a little bit more in there. We're going to go over these guys. This guy. I'm going to put a little piece of masking tape around this guy so I don't scratch up the top. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if we can get some of this. This one I'm not too worried about because we'll have the top on top of there. You know what I'm saying? But this is real ugly, man. While we do this, we're going to want like to keep a little magnet around here from getting the steel wool inside the thing. You know what I'm saying, man? A little magnet while you're doing it to keep the steel wool shavings off there, man. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. Peace be with you. Look at that. A little bit of elbow growth, man. A little bit of elbow growth. And what I meant by keeping a magnet, this is the magnet right here, man. It's a very high power magnet. See all that steel wool up there? I would just, you know what I mean, follow along as I steel wool it off. I don't want to get any steel wool shavings anywhere, you know what I mean, stuck in that magnet anywhere. Fuck things up. This we actually had to take off. You know what I mean, get a nice, you know, look how dirty it is underneath. The ground wire, man. Hey, man, showing my ground wire to the world. I didn't think that was going to happen. I'm eager to hear from my lawyer. Actually got a little semblance of sheen off that, you know, little tiny remainder of chrome on this guy. Enough to trick out the people not to know it's all rusted out. You know what I'm saying? What a difference it makes on this little piece, man. I was thinking just unscrewing this pocket thing and putting a whole new bridge on there, but now, you know what I mean? We got a free base, man. What? What did you say? What are you saying, man? Rewind that a second, man. What is he talking about? Let's talk about this neck, man. Let's talk about neck, baby. Not that bad. The frets seem to be okay. Let's do a real quick fret job on this guy. Round over is really nice, actually. Really nice. A really nice pizza pie. And while we're at it, man, let's scrape off this fucking glue with the... see that glue, man? All that schmutz and shit, man. Fucking garbage, man. Horrible. Let's do that, man. I'll see we're all greased up after the fret job. Hey, man, the job just keeps getting harder, man. Peace be with you, my harmonious friend. My harmonious friend. Look at that, 1892, man. See, that's a milestone, 2022, man. Let's sing the harmony song. Ebony and ivory, and a guitar from Chicago named Harmony. What? All right, so we got a hell of a fret job on this old girl, I must say. I treated the frets with, you know what I mean, some steel wool, very fine grade steel wool. It's a mineral oil, man. And I smeared that mineral oil right into the. I know this is just a black finish on top of, I don't know, whatever it is, maple. But you know what I'm saying? That the finish was just so dry, and there was some scuffs on it. I think that a little bit of oil sand and light oil sand would really do a hell of a difference. So I'll let that set in. I've already let it set it in a good 5-6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it a full 15. You know what I mean? Get that Earl into that finish. Wipe it off, and then we're gonna clean off this whole fucking guitar, man. Just clean it off, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just filthy still. And now it's got all kinds of escapades all over it from Bobby G, man. You know what I'm saying? I took these little string trees off while we're waiting. You know what I'm saying? While we're waiting, man. I got all the messy rust off them. Also be easier when we clean it off. We're just use furniture polish, man. Some phony pledge, man. I pledge allegiance to phony pledge because it's a lot cheaper. Used to be $1, now it's $1.25 to the Republic for which it stands, one nation under inflation. So listen to me, man. I can't talk about it anymore because it'd get me upset. Let's get this guy cleaned up. And once it's all spiffy and purty and shiny, I feel a little bit better. Feel a little bit more natural. You know what it is, son, to feel natural? Let me show you. I'm going to snap my fingers where it'll be all cleaned up. And that's a natural fact. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. That's looking a lot better, right? A lot better than it was. So let's put some moms on everything except for the fretboard. Let's put some butcher's whack on the fretboard, man. Butcher whack it, man. Butcher whack it, man. Everything else. Getting some moms, man. Peace be with you, mother. You mother flip. Yes. Now he's a super shiny. He's a reflecting all of my books on the wall. He's a very superior guitar. It would be played by myself and my super peers. Listen to me, man. What we're gonna do now, let's go to screw this guy back on. Get screwed, you fucking clamshell. Make sure that this little piece is touching this piece. Do everything you can to ensure that, or I'm not sending my son to your school. See you in a moment. That's splendicular, man. Splendopular, man. Fantastical. Let's put these little knobs on, man. You know. See you in a second. Now you're getting it, Jeeves. Now you're getting it. That's the old school college try, boy. So let's clamp this nut on. I've already sort of deepened the grooves a little bit to make it look like the 804 that I have over there. It looks almost exact. See that? And screw these little string trees on right before we do that so we don't have something hanging over our head, man. Let that set overnight, man. I'll see you on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you then. Alright, so it's the next day. Very softly, smoothly, peacefully. Looks good, man. You know what I'm saying? Looks good. This looks good. This looks good to go, man. Doesn't look like there's any sort of treble or bass side to this little saddle. Looks like just a bunch of lines. We're okay with that, man. So let's string it up, man. I got these Yoko Lily strings, man. Yoke Lily, man. I got like 5 or 6 of these. These are 10s, supposedly. I got some 10s and I got some 9s. I think I got like a 10-pack. 5 and 5, you know what I mean? I don't know. Back when things were reasonable. Back when Amazon was giving you free Prime memberships and just kept extending it and extending it. I was talking about how proud I was of the fact that I never paid for it. I never have. I don't have it anymore, though. Those days are gone, my people. So let's put these on. You know what? The funny thing is, these are excellent strings. We use them on a bunch of guitars, and I can't find them anymore. Nobody seems to know where to get Yoke Lily strings. Easy come, easy go, people. It was like $1 then for a pack of strings, and now it's probably like $10. Blah, blah, blah. I'll see you at the glamour shots, my harmonious friends. Don't be blue, man. be blue. Did you get blue? Or did you get blowed? And there it is, people. The 801. I don't know, early to mid 70s. You know, saying, judging by the pickup. Amount of oxidization on it. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you one thing. I've said it many, many times before. And I said it, you know what I mean, Blue Par 1. I hate the zero fret, man. I hate it with a passion. Setting up a guitar with a zero fret, especially an old beat up guitar that's been sitting around with no strings on it in a pile somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have a new nut and the grooves for the zero fret were in a different place. And it's been bashed down a little bit, man. Oh, it's a real pain in the ass. And these guys don't help much either, man. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of drama going on. Let's keep the drama for the mama, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. It's actually a pretty dope guitar, man. It's pretty excellent. You know what I'm saying? It sounds really good. One thing I'll say, though, this kills the sustain. Kills it. This horrible little bullshit piece here, man. This little stamped piece, not cast. Stamped. It's horrible. It's so lightweight. It kills the sustain on this guitar. You know what I'm saying? I had to mess with the action to sort of get that ring. The notes were just dying flat like staccato almost, man. It was bullshit, man. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. It sounded like a sitar, man. That's not what you like. You have to get a ring in there, man. Setting up a guitar like that, you're like, oh, man, why me, man? And you still want that nice silky action, which it has, man. I'll show you the action, man. I'm not afraid of this kind of stuff, man. I'm not afraid of showing you the truth. You see that? That's the real deal Holyfield. Carl the Truth Williams, man. You can't even see the action. It's so low on this fucking guitar, man. It's gorgeous shred-eye. A shredder, sire. So, here we go, man. You know what I'm saying? Blue Part 2. All done for you. You know what I mean? Manettes. You know what I'm saying? Transes. Whatever you got, man. If you're a Guitkit fan, I'm a big fan of you, man. Peace be with you. Let's listen to it, man. I have nothing else to say. I'm running out of steam, man. Running out of steam, man. Pump up the volume, pump up the bass. Pump up the volume, pump up the bass. And there it is, people. The Harmony H-801. You know what I mean? Early to mid 70s, man. Early to mid 70s, man. And it's a nice little example of it. Neck is straight as an arrow. Sounds good. Sounds nice. So, last week, you know what I mean, the beginning of Blue Par 1, with that beautiful Bridgecraft USA acoustic guitar, we talked about the Police, and we talked about, you know what I mean, how they, you know what I mean, intertwined with my friendship with my man Mark Walsh, and you know what I mean, my childhood and everything. So I wanted to sort of talk about, this week I wanted to talk about Cream, because they were my other favorite band at that time period, and they just so happened to be a band that were also a three-piece that hated each other, that made only a couple albums, that ended up fighting with each other, you know, disappeared, and then reunited one more time for a tour out of nowhere, and then, you know what I mean, everybody sort of died off with Cream. I was gonna play a little Cream song, you know. And everybody'd be happy, man. It would be a nice time. And I was gonna say peace out or something else next week. If there is next week, you know what I'm saying. You guys all have seen Bobby G before, you know about my stuff. So I can't bullshitters, man. So I started thinking about Cream, you know what I mean? It's like, can I do better than that, man? It's like I have such terrible personal memories of the band Cream. Oh, Bobby G, you got actual interaction with Cream? No, I never had no interaction with Cream. But Cream reunited, like I was saying, I could have went. At the time Cream reunited, I was like a member of this like early like website, they like worship Beatles guitars called Vox Talks, and I made like a CD. I produced it in tribute to Paul McCartney. I worked with all kinds of people. I got to hang out with, you know what I mean, certain people I never would have hung out before. You know, I went in real studios and shit for the first time, you know what I mean? I did the mixes correctly, and everybody liked it. I worked with Brian Griffiths from the Big Three. I worked with all kinds of people. I don't even remember, you know, that's the only one I remember because, you know what I mean, he was the man. It was a pleasure talking with that guy. But anyway, man, make a long story short, you know what I'm saying? This guy who I met through that, he like, I think he knew Will Lee actually. He like sent me a message, hey man, I got an extra ticket to go see Cream tonight at Madison Square Garden. My buddy just bailed, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you won't have to pay for the ticket. Just come here and meet me at Madison Square. You know what I mean? Right on Penn Station. You know, 8:30 with a couple of beers. And I was like, yeah, bro. I always loved Cream. These tickets are hard to get, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was for like the next, I think it was for the next Saturday night. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? So I went home, you know what I mean? And I told my mother about it. You know, I was still living at home back at the time. Man, don't make fun of me, man. I was in my early 20s. And she's like, oh, next Saturday night, why don't you go with your girlfriend to see Steely Dan at the Garden State Arts Center? I was like, what? No, fuck that, man. And it's true, man. My girlfriend at the time drank like 40 cases of A&W soda or something like that, and she got like concert tickets to see Steely Dan by sending in like lawn seats for free. You know what I mean? It was that date. You know what I mean? I wasn't even a huge fan of Steely Dan. I only was one song that's called My Old School. You know, a real rare cut. They don't ever play it on the radio, but you know what I'm saying? Like Steely Dan for the most part, you know what I'm saying? I give her or leave it, even though Walter Becker was alive, he's still with him, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I tried to tell my girlfriend, I was like, hey man, don't you got any friends that want to go see Steely Dan with you, man? You know what I'm saying? Steely Dan, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can get into it. So you said you'd go. I was like, and I couldn't, you know what I mean, resist it, man. I was like, I got, you know, a ticket to go see Cream, man. And she's like, choose to see Cream over me. I was like, fuck, man. So I was like, you know, I told the dude, yeah, I can't do it, man. My girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, she got these tickets, you know, she's Steely Dan. I was like, what would you do that for, man? Steely Dan suck. I said, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Maybe to you they suck, but to me they really suck. So I turned them down, man. I want to see Steely Dan. In the beginning, we're in the parking lot, right? And I walked around the parking lot, man. I seen a dude, he's got like a cream t-shirt on. I was like, oh, man. I was like, dude, did you see? He's like, I saw him last night at Buffalo Garden. It changed my life, man. He's like, I almost didn't come to the stupid concert. And I was like, don't say that, dude. Don't say that. You know what I'm saying? And I went and sat in that concert, man. It was terrible. It was the worst concert I ever seen, man. The only other concert I've seen that was worse than that ever, I went to, it was at the Arts Center. It was Sting and Paul Simon. Like together, it was like, should have been named, that tour should have been named, two guys sing all their hits the wrong way. Now, I should have known when Paul Simon came out dressed like an African with one of those little tuna can looking fucking hats on, you know, banging a little conga drum. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? This thing was doing the same horse shit. I was with Mark Walsh actually at that show, man. And we were walking out and Mark Walsh like, hey man, at least Sting tried. He didn't try, man. He fucking, that's horrible. That was the worst show ever. That was the worst show until I went and saw the Steely Dan show. It was, oh my God, dude. And they didn't do any songs at all from their past catalog. It was all like, they had some new album out, man. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. I didn't know any of the songs, man. I was like, this is fucking, you know what I mean? Egregious, man. And my girlfriend, like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe like 10 minutes before the end, you know what I mean? She's like, you want to go? You really want to go? And I was like, yes, I really do kind of want to go. I was like, but, you know, I'll stay here for you. You know what I mean? I know you kind of have one of their CDs in your car. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll stay to the last. Last songs would be the best song. She's like, no. She's like, I don't really even listen to that CD. I don't like Steely Dan that much myself. You know what I mean? I just wanted to do it because, you know what I mean, it was something we could do together. One of them things was like, oh, great, you know what I mean? I was like, this is just not my time, man. So I was like, let's go then. If you don't really want to, you know, hang out here, let's get the fuck out of here. And so we're leaving, man. We walked all the way back, man, to the farthest parking lot in the whole place, man. Art Center, you know what I'm talking about. If you ever been to Jersey Art Center, Garcia Art Center, man. Oh my God, man. And the fucking last thing, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know, let me take a leak, you know, behind the trailer right before I get in the car. The long thing, you know, whatever, man. Been a long night, and I'm sitting there taking a leak behind the trailer, and I hear very faintly in the distance, My Old School. I was like, what? It was their encore, dude. It's the only good song they played all night long, man. Terrible. So I ain't gonna play a Cream song. I'm gonna play that song, man. Let's see if I put a little bit of noise on it. California tumbles onto the sea. That's when I'm going back to Annandale. I tried to warn you about Gino and the Daddy G, but I can't get to you through the U.S. mail. Whistle blow, take you down to Mexico. I said, oh, what in the horror won't do? And I never thought the girl could be so rude. And I'm never going back to my old school. Walter Becker, man, rest in peace. Ginger Baker, rest in peace. Great Jack Bruce, rest in peace. Everybody, God bless you. Mark Walsh again. I got you in there, my brother. You always rest in peace. We're done with the Blue Story. We got new tales next week. If there's a next week. And you know there will be with Bobby G.